All right, all right, all right, all right. Who said that? Matthew McConaughey. He had his 3 all rights. All right, all right, all right. All right. Well, hey, welcome everyone to another week of Gentle Movement. My name is Chris. That's why we call it Gentle Movement with Chris. Just trying to keep it simple. Hope everyone had a great holiday, Thanksgiving, or time off if you don't celebrate. We're getting into the busy season, hopefully not too busy, but it's good to have everyone here, and thank you so much for joining us today. And yeah, so let's, we all wobbled last week a little bit, I think, at least I did. And yeah, so hopefully we're able to keep our healthy habits through the holiday season. If not, don't beat up yourself too much. There's always a new year to get stuff kicked off again. So if you have any resolutions or not, that's all good. I always find getting a head start on things before the new year begins is a good thing. If you want to do something in the new year, don't just start it on New Year's Day, but like start it, I don't know, December 1st, which is today. So if you're joining us on YouTube, we do this live every Thursday from 10:45-ish to 11:45-ish. We do some crazy fun moves and tell some really bad dad jokes every so often, if I can find any good ones, and just share some stuff. So let's get going. Join us if you can, 10:45 Eastern time, live. Just sign up on our website at msfocus.org. All right, let's close our eyes. I'm going to bring my camera down just to hear. Wow, that's a huge thumb. Look at that. Bring it back up. All right. And then let's just sit back in our chair for a sec. And take a deep breath in and exhale. If your pants are fitting a little bit tighter this week, no worries. The suggestion is always just don't wear pants, but I can't say that on Zoom. So let's not do that right now. All right. So just taking a deep breath in and exhale. And letting our arms drop to the side. And let's wobble a little bit back and forth, not too much. Make sure you're in a good space, safe space. You have plenty of arm room in front, behind, up, above, and down below, that you're not going to hit your head on something. That'd be great. I appreciate that. So just kind of check your space. I like to do it with my hands or my eyes closed. Just kind of looking around. Just check, okay, I'm pretty safe. Get into a nice sort of a comfortable spot in your chair. Not too forward yet, and not lean, let's not have our back against the chair. All right, we're just gonna come up straight, have a good posture. What I found for myself is having a good posture kind of takes away my extra spare tire. Doesn't take it away, but it certainly moves it into a place that if you can have good posture, and it takes time. I used to, and still do, kind of find myself slumping over. So over time, just pushing your chest out helps a fair bit, keeping your shoulders down. That's kind of what we try to work on. And shake our hands out. As I mentioned, sometimes I keep my eyes closed. It's just a little bit easier because I feel kind of weird looking at myself on the camera. A little strange. So just shake our hands out, take a deep breath. We try to do some free, gentle movement. It's not too structured, but we try to hit all the parts. So we're going to put our hands out straight in front of us and start playing a very soft, if you know the Moonlight Sonata, a very soft piece of music on the piano. If you play the piano, that's awesome. I do not. I have friends who do. And they do all these finger exercises that are really good so they can get their hands way out there. And they're like, oh, push from your palm. You have to almost push from your palms to open them up. And if we're on computers all day, same sort of thing. Our fingers end up like this. If you have your hands at your side and your fingers kind of curl up, our goal is to get our fingers straight out as best we can. We just want the dexterity as much as we can. I know it's not easy, especially with a lot of the work that we do over time. You know, that can change if there's arthritis or any sort of anything as well. That can change, but we do the best we can. That's all we can do. I'm just going to open up the biggest piano. It's kind of circular. I keep moving my hands, squeezing. And sometimes after a big holiday, big food holiday, if you will, we end up getting a lot more joint pain because all the sodium and sugar and things that we might have taken in. So we got to work that out and let our joints know that we remember them and we care about them. We actually do. But we hear from our belly every so often that wants extra slice of pie. So there's that. So we're just going to swing it around, try to get some of the tightness out. All right. Loosening our shoulders one at a time. Start with the right, lifting towards our ear and back. Left side, one at a time. Deep breath in. Right hand side. Left hand side. Right hand side. Left hand side. I'm a little sore because last night I had I don't know how many of you know, I play drums with a professional group here in Fort Lauderdale. And last night we had a performance in Miami on the 40th floor of a hotel. I think it was a hotel. And thank goodness they let us take the elevator, but we were afraid that that was not going to be possible. And we were going to be hurting walking up 40 flights of stairs with very large drums. Thankfully, they let us through. So I'm going to start lifting my legs and start walking up 40 flights of stairs because we almost thought we had to do that. Because security was not, there was some private party and they had security that almost didn't let us come up. So it was very interesting. Never been 40 feet up in a building in Miami. It's pretty wild. But we made it through. So just walking up some stairs, deep breath in. And for this part, if you need, it's okay to lift, right? It's all good if you want to go like this to get started as opposed to just walking. I know I'm a little sore this morning from doing that. We didn't walk up the stairs, but we did carry some heavy drums, a good bit. So sometimes just stretching like this. Is always good. So now I'm going to lift my leg up. And let me see if you can see my foot. Yeah. And we're gonna go around. It's like this, loosen it up. Get the ins and outs. So rotate whatever way you feel is most comfortable first, and the opposite way. I'm holding my leg up so I can do this. You can do it without holding your leg up. That takes a little bit, that puts a little bit of pressure on your hip flexor there. So if that's not comfortable, hold your leg for sure and let your leg just dangle this part. And if you've never been to Miami, by the way, or Miami traffic at 7 o'clock at night, don't trust your GPS to tell you you're going to get there on time. Just don't. And so we're rotating in and out. Good times. And back. And inside. Deep breath in. And let your leg hang down. This will also pull some of your shoulders. Hopefully you feel a little bit in your shoulders with the weight of your leg. All right. Up and down, gas pedal. All right, we'll go back to the right. Up and down, gas pedal. And other side, up and down, gas pedal. Press. So we're not rotating this time. We're up, try to get our toes up high, and then press the ball of our foot down. Same thing. You'll feel this will get more the back of the leg, and pulling up, and pushing down gets more the front. Right? Now let's walk a little bit. We'll walk and talk. How about that? Like, no, Chris, please don't talk. It's okay. Nice deep breath. Yeah. So wherever you're at, I hope you're having a good season. Fall season, fall going into winter can be tough for a lot of folks. It's kind of gray depending on where you're at. And in Vermont, it's called stick season. And yeah. It's actually a song the guy put out recently called Stick Season, if you want to know what it's about. It's basically you're home alone and not much else to do. Yeah, stick season. Dogs like that, stick season. There's sticks everywhere. All right, so we're just walking. Again, if you want to go slower, it's fine. Lifting up. It's all just gentle, slow. I'm not trying to run a race or win a marathon or anything like that. Lifting up, lifting up. This is that time of year for all the parties. Gatherings sometimes can be overwhelming, or not, because sometimes I remember there are times when there'd be parties and I wouldn't get invited, and man, was I upset. But sometimes, it's good just to be home and doing your thing. But at the same time, on the opposite end, it can be overwhelming. So hopefully you keep a good sense of yourself around that. I know I'm trying to do that because we have a lot of things this year that we have to do and not enough time. Friends coming to visit and things to go to and trying to figure out all that. I just want to be home with my puppy dogs. And they don't really get invited to the parties. So as cute as they are. All right. By the way, they're in the other room, so hopefully taking a nap this early. All right, let's go back to our shoulders and neck. We loosen up our lower part, which helps loosen up our lower back. And some more shoulder work, right? Because we want to get our back in shape. So we're just going to lift both our shoulders up at the same time. Take a deep breath in and down. And up and down. And go slow up if you need. And if the dropping down is too much, because sometimes it can be too much, go up and just down. Right. And now we're going to rotate our shoulders. Let me turn like this. I'm going to rotate our shoulders so they go back first, up and down. Back, up and down. Back, up and down. Very good. So let's get our neck loose. And we're going to turn to our right. And slowly turn to the left. It's trying to look over our shoulders a little bit. Nothing too crazy. And to the right. It's this time of year that we have, and to the left, we have choices we have to make for food, obviously. Not everywhere that we go is going to be something that would be necessarily good to eat for us individually, and that's always up to you as a person of knowing what works for you and what doesn't. I know that in the moment, if I have something very sugary and delicious, that the next day my stomach will not agree with that. So I have to be kind of careful and just back and forth with the intake of that. And food and medications can interact. There's all kinds of stuff. And I think the best sort of thing is to have a plan if you can, and do our best to stick with it. But it's never easy. Make sure you talk to your doctor and stuff like that, what works for you. So we're going to go back to the center and over to the right. And this time we're going to do like, I'm just going to call it like a good morning sort of stretch, or we're going to almost do, it's not across. It's not like side to side like this. It's more of a rotation around, chin up, and where all the neck muscles get involved. So yeah, I guess we'll just rotate around. But especially there's, you go to a party, there's a friend there, oh, I made this such and such, I want you to try it. And it's not really something that you want to try. What do? Do you have any advice for that? Because I get that all the time. Where it's like, I really don't want to try that. I tend to just say thank you. And, maybe later, but that can be tricky. All right, so we're just going to rotate around really slow. And reverse. And see what you should do at one of the Christmas parties, just like, oh, I'm going to watch a Gentle Movement with Chris video right now and get everyone involved. No, don't do that. Don't be silly. All right, and come back to the center. Go forward, down. But at the party, if you need to take a seat and do some stuff, these are some things. If you need to get to a quiet space and because these can help with nerves and just anxiety as well, just to take a time for yourself to take some breaths and do some of the movement. And back. I've been in a party where I've done stuff like that, and people actually do join me. It's like, oh, that looks nice. Let's do that. I'm trying to be by myself, but it's always good. So we're just loosening up. Now we're going to bring our arm up, both arms up. Okay, now that we've loosened our shoulders and our neck, and open up, keeping our elbows as flat as we can. If you can see my hands, let me bring my hands up. Start from here. Palms are facing out. We're just going to go the outside and come back in. Try and touch our elbows. Deep breath in when you do this, exhale when we come out. And open up. Come back in. Touch elbows best you can. Come back out. And because I'm somewhat of an introvert, and going to these things, just the getting ready part makes me a little nervous. So, all right, so we're gonna keep our hands up and do a twist, and twist to our left, and twist to our right. Deep breath in. Twist to our left. Exhale so we don't hold the air. And twist to our right. Inhale. Exhales would come all the way over. Go a little bit deeper. Okay. And arms down. Very good. Let's take a quick break. You can keep your legs moving a little bit, just so we don't stop the momentum. Yeah. And however you celebrate, or if you don't, that's great too. People, tend to invite to, if you get invited to stuff, being able to say no is a powerful tool as well as saying yes. It's not always easy. Now, I'm not one that likes to have parties because I always know I'm going to forget somebody. And that just hurts my feelings when I do that. So I tend to either go to someone else's or don't go at all. So gatherings. Inhale, exhale. Just walk a little bit. Yeah. It was exciting because new year coming up. It's always exciting. Even if there's no celebration to be had, New Year's is always one that most people can agree on, that it's a new year, which is good. So, and the drumming group, we get a lot of New Year's Eve requests or New Year's requests for Japanese New Year, Chinese New Year, things like that. So those are always fun. All right, so I'm going to walk a little bit bigger, up some more stairs. And if you want, put your hands on your knees to help lift. All right, deep breath in. Bring this down again. All right, let's bring our hand out in front. And I'm just going to touch my shoulder, touch my elbow. I don't know why it's not my shoulder. And just bring it over in front of me. Frame my face. I don't want it in my face like this or way down here. We want it to be kind of horizon level, if you will, and just bring it over. I'm using my left arm is supporting my right, and I have a loose shoulder in my right shoulder. So I can manipulate it with my left. I can bring it up, I can bring it down, right? If you want to bring it up, that's great. Go as far as you can. If you've had surgery or have any issues, go super slow and no pain. If you feel pain, stop. But when you stop, don't just drop your arm. Hold it, release it slowly down. Okay. Left shoulder. All right, so we're going to let it hold it, go up, deep breath in and down, and up, and down, up, and down, and around if you want, as much as you can. This is just to help loosen our back, right, for the rest of the day, right, up and down and over. Very good. And place it back. Very good. Now we're going to bring our arm straight up, right arm straight up, and we're going to do a twist. So we're not bending, right? We'll do that in a little bit. We're going to twist and bring our arm, right arm over to our left thigh, almost to the hip, but not as far. And sit here for a moment. Posture up. So we're going to bring our shoulders up, our chest up. Deep breath in. You can hold on to the leg of to the side of your chair, or if you're okay with holding on to your leg, if it's not painful. It doesn't have to be you don't have to grab, right? It just needs to have a place where we can turn slightly more to our left. Deep breath in. Do this before you go and eat. Don't do it after. You're squeezing your stomach, right? Inhale and exhale and release slowly. Right. Again, if you've had surgery in your midsection, I have a compromised core. So sometimes this can, depending on the day, not feel that great. We don't want pain. All right. We definitely don't want suffering. So now we're going left side and over and down. What we do want is to feel it might be discomfort, but not pain. There's a big difference. So sometimes this can not feel very comfortable. And that can be okay. It's your threshold, whatever that is, be comfortable with you. All right. Inhale, exhale, try to go a little bit farther. Keeping a good posture. Inhale and exhale. Let's do it one more time. All right, so we're going to bring our right arm up, back, and over. And don't hate me for saying this. I, for one, am glad pumpkin spice season's over. There I said it. It's okay. I'm okay with a little pumpkin spice, but, I'm a peppermint sort of guy. Inhale, exhale, and release. Lift arm up. Oh, the controversy. Chris said he does not like pumpkin spice. It's okay. We all have a preference. Inhale in and exhale. And exhale. Now we're going to lift both arms up. All right, we're going to keep our hands. So with hands are really important because they're the end part, right? So instead of hands like just kind of not being involved, we want to make sure either you're doing sparkly hands as you do this, or your hands are like engaged is the word, and they're open. So when we go up, because that's going to affect our arm muscles too, right? So we're going to come up, both hands, and over. We might be able to get a little bit deeper this time because we involved our left arm. Deep breath in and exhale. And we're going to release and do the same thing on the other side. Going to do this a couple times. And over to the right. Remember to control your breath. Don't hold on to it, let it out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up. Oops, and release. Sorry, just inhale and release. Come back to the center. We're going to go back. You can do a windmill sort of thing. Maybe we'll try that on this next one. All right, so we're going to come up, over to the left. Exhale. Inhale up and over to the right. And down. One more time, both sides, up and over to the left. And up and over to the right. And back to the center. Take a quick breath. If you have water, now would be a good time to hydrate a little bit. If you're feeling something in your body and you want to shake it out, now is also a really good time to do that. Whatever feels good for you. All right. So we've worked on our kind of loosening our shoulders up and our back up, right? Our lower back is a little bit tricky. There's a lot, muscles and a lot of stuff going on in there. Probably one of the better ways to loosen that is to just do a forward bend. So we're going to be very careful, making sure we're not going to hit our head and keep our eyes up and our chin up. This time I will keep my eyes open, right? But we're just going to do a forward bend, not necessarily all the way to the floor. That's not necessary. We can stop at our knees, which I'll do the first time, and then next time we'll keep going, if that's okay. All right, so I'm going to do a big wide open up, lean back. This is a modification. If you're a yoga person, this is a modification of a downward dog. Not downward dog. Sun salutation. And then we're just going to come forward. I'm going to push with my shoulders, right? I'm going to engage my hands, push with my shoulders, just come down. I'm going to land on my knees. I'm just going to land. I'm going to sit here on my knees and kind of let my back keep going. My head's up, my chin's up, my eyes are open. I can see what's in front of me. It's all good. And I can start feeling my lower back getting engaged and involved, but I don't want to go any further right now. Okay, I'm just going to sit here for a second. Deep breath in. Our head is above our heart, or at least even with it. We don't want to go below our heart right now. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're going to come up. And back to where we were. I didn't bring my arms up because I wanted to use my back to lift. We can use our arms next time if we would like. All right. Inhale, exhale. Reset. We're going to do it one more time. A couple more times, actually. We're going to go a little bit lower this time if we can, leading with our hands, making sure our arms and hands are engaged in this process. That's not just our lower back. All right. Lifting up, nice and wide. Lean back slightly, going forward, leading with their hands. Hi, everybody. And keep going. And stop where you need to stop, right? If you don't feel safe going forward, stop. That's totally okay. If you feel like you can make it to the floor, great. Be safe, nose up, chin up, eyes open, deep breath in, right? Don't let the head drop, keep the head up. Inhale, exhale, go down further if you can. We're going to inhale and come back up. Exhale as we come up. Back to the center. All right. This time I'm going to go slightly to the left, right? Because going straight down doesn't help the left or the right, it helps the middle. So we're going to go do the same thing, but I'm going to stop again at my knee. Okay, so we're going to come up. It's going to be like a quarter of a twist and just over our left leg and down. Obviously, the leg's going to stop us, right? If you want to keep going, you can. Slightly, just we want it to be off center, right? If you want to go if you want a little bit deeper, you can go the outside. And I use my left arm to kind of brace myself and go over this way. Holding on to my chair. Inhaling in. And exhale, release slowly as we come across. I'll keep this angle right here. right? With my big belly, sometimes it's tough to get on the other side of my knee, but I'll try. All right, so we're going to come back up like this. Same thing, going to the right this time. And bending over. All right. Staying balanced. Deep breath in. Nose up, chin up, eyes open. Just do the best you can. This is going to be to the left side of our back. We're almost doing a diagonal. All right. Be gentle with yourself. Let your right arm dangle. Don't try to hold anything with that. Our left arm is on our right leg, just as support. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale in. Start coming back up gently. And exhale. Very good. Shake it out. And we're going to do one more where we're going to come up and go down the center. Okay. We're just going to go down. So we're going to come up, lean back slightly. Come forward, head up, chin up, nose up. Try and touch the floor if you can. If not, stop at your knees. If you can go through and keep going beyond the floor, that's great too, but it's not necessary. Right? You're going to feel this a little bit more in your legs. And as we come up, we're going to push with our feet in the ground to help give us some support on our legs and bring us back up. Whole body. Whole body. Except my ears. My ears didn't do much that time, but that's okay. All right. We'll get those guys involved in just a sec. All right. So let's go on a little trip. We're going to walk a little bit now that we've loosened up. Go on a little trip. Just walking along. Deep breath in. Nice. There's certainly no snow in Miami, but I know in other parts of the world, I don't know if what snowed in Buffalo a few weeks ago is still on the ground or not. They got like 6 feet of snow. They had to move a football game. People were stuck. It was bad. We don't want to walk in 6 feet of snow, but how about a foot of snow? Right? So we're just going to kind of stomp our feet, make sure we have good footing, with the heavy boots on. Whew. I don't know if you've walked in snow before or not, but you got to be careful. Slippery. But thank goodness right now, this is pretend snow. You don't have to worry about slipping. And we're sitting down. So I don't know if you'd be walking in the snow like that or not. So it's tricky. But pretend, sometimes it's mud, but this time it's snow because it's that time of year. Think about the crunchy snow, right? No sound effects. Well, maybe some. So just walk. What I'm doing is I have my hands on my knees just to help a little bit, just for some support. Walking in the snow. If you need to lower the air conditioning to make it feel more winter-like, please feel free. So we just walk. These are big steps, big footsteps, right? Dinosaur steps. Can't remember if I told you the dinosaur, like how a dinosaur stays in shape. Did I say that one? Did I say that? I can never remember how a dinosaur stays in shape. It's a T-Rex exercise. It's a really bad joke, but it makes kids laugh. I don't know why. All right. And relax. So, do we want to go skiing today? Would that be fun? Skiing can be fun. I don't ski. No, I don't. But we can pretend, right? So we'll pretend. Right? I've watched people ski. I kind of have an idea. But no. I'm kind of an empath. So if I'm going down a hill, and I've tested this a few times in my life, I'm going down a hill, I see someone fall. I don't care if they're 100 yards away. I fall too. I'm afraid I'm going to run over them because I don't know how to stop. So it's a lot of fun. So let's get our ski gear on, right? We got to get our skis on. All right, that's fun. Never. We got our poles, we got some goggles, got to put our goggles on, be safe, our hat, and that thing in front of our face. Right. Keeping our eyes in front of us, we're going to grab our ski poles. And we're going to ski. So I'm going to lift out in front and push. Maybe some cross-country skiing will be all right. How about that? Instead of going downhill. Yeah, let's cross-country ski. So when we do this, we have to lift with one leg and one arm at a time. So I'm doing my left and my right. That's just to get going. Now we do both arms and one leg. Both arms and one leg. And what we're going to do is going to rotate like we're a train engine, right? Like train wheels. So we're going circular. So we're going to step and kind of do a circular motion and pull our leg back, right? Like that. Other side, we're going to rotate. So it's almost like being a train wheel. The tricky thing is to remember which one you did last. I imagine if we were actually on skis, that wouldn't be a problem. But in the world of make-believe, right? So we're just doing all the things we worked on. Just skiing and back. So forward, a little bit forward, and then back. A little bit forward, and then back. Let me bring my legs this down so you can see what my legs are doing. A little forward, and then back with the skis, right? A little forward, and then back. Up a hill, not very fun. And back. Down a hill, not as much work. Much more dangerous. We're not doing that. And back. And forward. And back. And forward. And back. We're not actually cross-country skiing. We're actually just going to the ski lift. So now we're going to get on the ski lift. We'll do some downhill. It's okay. Not afraid today. All right, so we're just going to sit on the ski lift for a sec, relax, poles in our hands. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. All right. All right, everybody's, I can. And we get off. Now we're ready to ski. Oh my goodness, it's a pretty steep slope. It's not really, it's a bunny slope, but well, yeah, it looks steep to me. So we're just going to start angling ourselves from one side. So we're going to make the same motion we did before, one side, legs stay in the same place. Then the other side. You know, sometimes before we reach for boxes, it's the same thing, except this time we have skis in our hand. We're going to open up and come back. I don't know if this is how you actually ski, because I don't ski, but I'm going to pretend it is. This is probably why I don't ski. How about that? All right, now we're just going to go forward. Go really fast and maybe take a jump or two. I don't know. And then we're just really just doing this motion right here. All right, so we're bringing our hands forward and then bringing them back into our shoulders. This is what the whole motion is. And then back up. Try to keep the elbows straight, but if they bend, I mean, if they waddle out to the side, that's okay. And just bring them back, keeping elbows straight. This is really for your upper back, right? Bring it back in, go super slow. We can, our skiing session is probably almost over, but if you want to stay skiing, feel free. I'm just going to go super slow, right? Inhale coming up, elbows come up, exhale coming out, and pulling back. A couple more times, inhale up, exhale. A couple more times, inhale up. Super slow-mo skiing. and back. Keeping our back, good posture. Coming up. Elbows out. And back. All right. Very good. Let's take a quick break. That was last skiing. Gotta go to the lodge, have some hot chocolate. Or whatever you'd like. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Start slowing down. Inhale and exhale. We got to take off our gear, take off our goggles, our hat, all the good stuff. Jacket, thingies. The worst are the ski boots, but you feel like after you're done that you can walk on like you're walking on air. It's pretty wild. It's almost like roller skating, which I don't do either. Certainly not. The last time I went roller skating, I hugged the wall the whole time. It was embarrassing, especially when the kids are going around. It's like, oh, it's embarrassing. So I just, I don't get any benefit from it except the wonderment of not killing myself or not injuring myself, I should say, while going around on a slick wooden floor with wheels. And who thought of that? Deep breath in. Exhale. Go get yourself some pumpkin spice something if you'd like. It's okay. And exhale. Time to relax. And make sure the season, if it gets too busy, you take time for yourself and relax. That's most important. Inhale, exhale. I think one of the best things that's happened in the last 10 years is the understanding of self-care that we weren't all taught growing up, or even as adults. But I think we realize that self-care is huge and important, and it's important to share that with others and let them know it's okay. If someone needs to take a nap, take a nap. It's all good, right? Like self-care is huge. Drink water, those things. Deep breath in and exhale. Just slowing down. I had a big day at the ski resort. Not really. I went down. Typically how my ski resort goes, I go down, slide once down a hill, and then go inside and have hot chocolate. Inhale in, exhale. Let's give our eyes and our ears. So with the ears, it's tricky. It's tricky to see, but all I can try to explain is just stretch your ears out like you're hearing something, like you really want to hear what that person's saying over there. And over here on the right, our ears perk up. So let's perk up our ears. Why do we do this? Because we usually do it involuntarily. This time we're doing it voluntarily. We're doing it intentionally. And we have muscles in our ear like we do everything else, and this kind of can help with jaw tension, headaches, things like that. If you're able to just squeeze a little bit. Deep breath in. Exhale, eyes center, eyes closed. No, Marilyn says hello. I don't know if you can hear them, but season's greetings. Yeah, oh yeah. So eye center. And then over to the left. Just slide them slowly over to the left. Your eyes. If you can do one at a time, that's pretty impressive. I've not been able to do that. And then over to the right. I know people can. I just don't know how. And then up. So we're looking up. And sometimes we lean our head slightly back and we do that. And then down, we lean our chin in slightly. And back to the center. Again, to the left. Again, you might turn your head slightly to the left. and then over to the right, and up, and down, back to the center. Thank you guys for putting up with all my bad jokes and such. Appreciate that. That's the gift you give to me. And over to the right, and back over to the left, and back over to the right, and back over to the left. Back to the center, deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Eyes go up, and eyes go down. And eyes go up, and eyes go down. Back to the center, deep breath in. Slowing down. If you want to sit back in your chair now, right? We've had good posture this whole time. Just release, let the back feel what the back feels. Shake out any extra, whatever you might have, just to let it out. I find myself, if I get nervous or if I'm in a spot, you know how dogs, I don't know if you ever see dogs or cats, they just shake. That's how they get the bad mojo vibes off of them. Or yawning, that's the other one. But dog behavior, like you might pet your dog and that's like overwhelming for them, or your cat or mouse or pigeon, whatever it might be, and they do a shake. That's just to let tension go. Inhale and exhale. But feel free to do that. Sometimes people, oh, it's weird. It's like, it's okay. I'm okay with being weird. I'd rather be calm and weird than tense and weird. So what the heck? Gonna be weird either way. Deep breath in and exhale. We're just slowing down. If you want to do some more eye rolls, all right? So we practice our eye rolls for during dinner conversation, right? Just classic eye roll. Actually, I had to teach my stepson how to eye roll. Kids. Like, no, bro, that's a horrible eye roll. Let's try it again. Okay, so eye roll. You have to mean it. Deep breath in and exhale. He was trying his hardest though. And I was like, are you trying to eye roll or is there something in your eye? No, I'm trying to eye roll. That was a really bad joke you told. I'm like, well, let's work on that. Deep breath in, exhale. And sometimes you have to end with you have to have a breath come out too, just to emphasize the disdain. So good. So good. Teaching them early, teaching them young. Inhale. Exhale. Proud stepdad moment. Very nice. Inhale. And exhale. If your eyes are still closed, you might want to blink them, like open them slowly before we come back to where we're at. Make sure you're in a nice, safe space. Head feels right. Everything feels good. And you have a great rest of your day. Hopefully that didn't put anyone to sleep. And that, yeah, everybody has a good rest of the day, that you get stuff done that you need to get done. And if you don't, try and get it done tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. But just do the best you can. That's all we can do. So thank you guys. I appreciate your being here, and really appreciate you guys showing up, and look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you guys. It was fun.